My name is Franz Gimler. I joined in 67 and I left in 93. And I had every kind of experience. It was always positive. It was a world of adventure, always, never routine. And I met wonderful people.
I'm Leslie Rogers. I'm the former or retired regional administrator of the Region 9 office in San Francisco. I'm proud that FTA has had a long history and commitment to diversity throughout headquarters and the regions. That commitment to diversity and inclusion was evident. It was manifest. It was more than lip service, and this was the case throughout the headquarters and the regional offices. I was so proud to be associated with such an esteemed group.
I'm Susan Schruth. I worked at FTA for 22 years. I think that working with people who were so committed to quality and to doing it right for the American public. I mean, I spoke all over, and I said, I'm a public servant, and I am proud to say that I'm a public servant. I mean, there's no higher calling in my book than being a good public servant.
Mary Martha Churchman, and I worked at DOT, not all of that time at FTA. I became involved with the Rural Transit Program as it was being handed off from Federal Highways. And that's where I spent most of my career, managing the Rural Transit Program, which was an anomaly in an urban-focused organization. I think that was one of my joys, was working with the people at the state DOTs who really had to work more closely with the little local transit agencies who were making these services happen.
Dick Doyle. I started at FTA in 1971. Well, I really had a great career at FTA. It was just wonderful that I got into that. I met lots of nice people within the agency. I still stay in touch with people, but I met lots of people on the outside, also grantees that I worked with, and I really had a great feeling of accomplishment when I could help people accomplish their projects.
My name is Dorval Carter. I'm currently the president of the Chicago Transit Authority. I started off at FTA, or back then UMTA, as a regional counsel in Chicago. I think that FTA has one of the most talented, creative, capable group of federal employees of any agency I ever interacted with. I always used to refer to FTA as the little agency that could, so like the little engine that could, because we could do more with a small number of people than some agencies that were, 4 or 5 times our size. And that was just a reflection of how committed everyone was to the mission of what we were doing here.
My name's Richard Steinman. Was a longtime FTA employee. I started in 1976 and worked for about 42 years for the agency. Well, I think the one thing about FTA that I've always thought was great was that it's always been a sort of youngish agency in sort of outlook, and an agency focused on what we do to change things in urbanized areas and rural areas. We make investments and we try to make things better for the American people.
My name is Joyce Rose, and I think the FTA staff are amazing. They have so much to do, and they do an amazing job of it. So be proud of the agency you work for. It's a workhorse, and it matters at every level. Big cities, small communities, rural areas all depend on FTA.
My name's Henrika Buchanan, and I was with FTA 21 years and 10 months. But what's really special about FTA is the people. And so, I just hope that for generations to come, that FTA still has that family feel.
I'm Dave Longo. I'm the former Office of Communications and Congressional Affairs Deputy AA. I'm extremely proud in the team that we were able to build and maintain over the 16 years that I was there. I'm also proud of just working with every FTA office.
I'm Kate Webb, and I'm the director of our Office of Congressional Affairs. I would say it's a wonderful place to work. I mean, I've certainly enjoyed it for 33 years for the people and the mission, and just the collaborative nature. By what I've done, I've always had to work with a lot of offices, and I'm always so appreciative of how responsive people are. I think it's a really good group of folks that really, they have the mission in mind, and they want to, get things across the goal line.
I am Yvette Taylor, and I serve as the Regional Administrator in the Atlanta Regional Office. And I've been with FTA now for 18 years. I would say that FTA has such an impact on the community. And whether it was called UMTA or FTA, the mission is just unwavering. The work that everyone does in the agency helps to give people freedom. It helps to give people opportunity, regardless of your age, your race. You have the opportunity to get on a train, on a bus, and have access to all the things that you should as an American.